Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the G.I. Joe 1/6 scale Dead Game Snake Eyes. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see a really great image of Snake Eyes with the G.I. Joe logo on the bottom. Turning the box around, we can see multiple panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and let him breathe.
Alright guys, so let's check out this new Snake Eyes figure from 3-0. Now first thing first, I'm not a big collector of 1/6 scale figures. They're just not really my thing. I very much nitpick these things. I can probably count maybe on one hand how many 1/6 figures I actually own. But this is something that I definitely needed to have in my collection because I love Snake Eyes. And I love this version of Snake Eyes, very Deadpool-esque, and I'm a giant Deadpool fan, so this is something that it was just so unique to me and so different that I just had to have it in my collection. But the figure itself looks killer, dude. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Let me get my camera adjusted there. There you go. The helmet looks so good. I love that gunmetal that we're getting with there with the visor. You can even see little like scratches and nicks. You can see that it's been like war torn and stuff like that. The helmet itself, or the mask, whatever you want to call it, looks awesome. You got the gunmetal on the sides and the little vents and ports, and you can see little folds and things like that, and they're looking really good too. But I love the texture throughout the suit, looking really good, man. I love how they print that on there. I love stuff like that. Mezco does stuff like this too, which is so cool. So I would love this. And you know, they are doing G.I. Joe, so Mezco, I cannot wait for a Mezco Snake Eyes. I think it's gonna be so cool. But man, even like the texturing on like the pouches and stuff like that, and on the belt pouches and all that is very textured and all that. Looks really good. Got a bracer on this. I've done that gunmetal again. See some wear and tear and some really nice paint apps on this thing. This looks so good, man. The fabric pants look really good. You got holsters on both sides right there for his different weapons. You got really nice knee pads and shin guards. Again, done in that gunmetal, looking really cool. Man, I am loving this guy so much. Nice tread on the feet, looking awesome. In the back, you can see some Deadpool butt right there. Again, the texture and the fabric just looks so good, man. I love the way this turned out. I am so happy with this. Even got the Articulation logo right there done in that silver, looking sweet. So yeah, man, very, very happy with the way this looks. I am loving him so much. This is the figure bearer. He does come with other things, and I'll show you here shortly, so you can like armor him up a little more. But I just want to show this off just like that, how he is fresh out of the package. And man, I am very happy with this. Alright, so now let's check out some accessories here. So we actually do get a harness for this guy to hold some of his accessories. And how it shows in the instructions here, you're supposed to lift this arm up like this, and then pop the head off like so. It's just on a ball peg. And then you can take this right here and kind of slide it over like that, over the neck peg like so. Get his arm back down like that. And then pop this head back on right there, and now you have the harness looking killer. Again, really great sculpt right here. You can see on the back has the sheaths for his swords, looking awesome. So you can see some wear and tear and then scratches and things like that and scrapes. I think that's super cool. So that really adds a lot to the look of this character. Really needed that. So again, love the way that looks. So we also do get two katanas here, looking awesome. I love the silver paint that's used on this, looking really solid. They are fairly thin, flimsy plastic, so just be careful. I feel like those could break fairly easily. Again, so just be mindful of that. And I'm trying to get a good scope of that handle there, but that is there we go. You can see more of that texture on there like that. So it is what it is, but that works out really good. But they look great, man. They're nice size. I love that. And again, you can sheath these right in the back like so. And then again, he does get a second one right there. I'm gonna put that back on like that. Looking dope already. Loving this so much. We also do get multiple types of grenades here. So you get 3 of these ones like this that are more larger canister like so. Then you get these other ones like this that are a little more smaller. So these are 2 different types of grenades like that. And the way it shows in the instructions here, these larger ones are supposed to clip on to here. So just a little hook right there, clip on to the across the chest there. And then the smaller, thinner ones like this are supposed to go right here on the belt. So you could just, again, just hang them on there and they will rest pretty nicely. And there we go. You can see them right there on the chest like that, the larger ones and the smaller ones right there on the belt. So you can see how he's kind of like building up more of his gear and more of his arsenal, which is looking really freaking cool. What's also really awesome, we get this little blade right here, which is really nice. What this is meant for, you can actually take off the hand here. And if you look inside this gauntlet right here, I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can actually zoom in on that and brighten up. You can see the little slot right in there inside that. This is meant to be for this little blade here. Now it's gonna be kind of tricky for me to do this on camera, but it fits right in there just like that. And then you can actually pop the hand back on like so. If I don't drop everything everywhere like this, like that, you know, then he has a little fisted blade like so, and he can get his Assassin's Creed on, which I think is pretty rad, man. So I love how they did that. Okay, next up, we also do get a really nice little knife right here, looking pretty sweet. I love the way that looks, just simple black, nothing crazy fancy. We do get a little sheath right back here on the belt like so, and we can just tuck that in there like that. Again, looking really cool, man. I'm just loving the way this guy's looking more and more. The more stuff I add, the more I actually really do enjoy it. We also do get a pistol right here as well, which I think looks really, really nice. Love, again, the way this thing looks. You can see like the gunmetal and things like that. You can actually cock this thing back, which is really cool. So I love that. Even dismantle the whole thing if you want to do that, which is, again, very cool. I'm just loving the way that turned out. You do get a magazine right here that is removable. So, oops, backwards. You can pop that in there. I do notice this thing slides out fairly easily, so just be very careful with that. And you can't hold it in his trigger finger hand right there, or you get a little holster right there like that to hold in the side, which again looks really, really good. But easily one of my favorite ones, and one of those types of weapons that Snake Eyes is synonymous with, or whatever that word is. Pardon me, I can't human today. You got his little like Uzi type gun right here, which looks killer. Love the way this looks, man. Again, all done in black. A little bit of wear on there with scratches and things like that. The magazine does come out, so you can remove that like so. Again, just be very careful because these don't hold in there as well as I would like. And then the butt right here of the stock comes out like so. You can fold that out like that if you wanted to. Looking really good, man. So I love this weapon right here. And again, we can get that in his trigger finger like so. Get the finger right in there, like so, like that, and boom, boom, boom. Get that set right there, man. So that's, again, the more I add, dude, I just love him so much more. So very freaking cool looking. Again, love the, I'm having so much fun with this. I'm not even joking. I think he looks so cool. Oh my god. Again, I get that people are gonna think it's stupid because it looks too much like Deadpool. I mean, that's pretty much why I love this figure. And then you're gonna get things like a lot of extra hands. You got more like open palm hands, look really nice. You got close-fisted hands, trigger finger hands, you know, specific sword holding hands that are really nice. So I love that. But what's also really cool is that we do get extra wrist pegs just in case these break. So that's really nice. You get like, I think 5 of these or 6 of these, which is really cool. So I love that, man. He comes with a ton of stuff, and I think all of it is great with his character. One thing I do wish, though, that didn't come with this. I wish he came with a stand. He does not come with some type of stand or a cradle. I don't know if that, because I know this was exclusive to a couple places, so maybe the version that I got from Big Bad Toy Store didn't come with it, but I really wish he had came with a stand. I think that would have made this thing even more better. Okay, so what I also wanted to do here real quick, I do have a Hot Toys Deadpool right here. I believe this is the Deadpool 2 movie. So you can kind of see how these guys look so much alike, which looks very cool. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this version of Snake Eyes is from Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool here. So I'm pretty sure that he did this as an homage to his own creation. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, totally fine. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So it's pretty cool seeing these again side by side. Again, I bought this so I can display him next to this Deadpool right here, just because I think they look so good side by side. They have so much in common. You know, I've always wanted to see them fight in a type of like movie or an animated something, or even a full-on comic book of them just going at it. I think would be really cool. So I just love seeing these guys side by side. Okay, so now let's run down the articulation here. I'm going to kind of just leave everything on and just see what happens here. So things might fall off, we'll see. So the head is on a ball joint, rolls around very, very nicely, does turn left and right, up about that far, which is really nice, and down about that much, which is really good. You know, pivot side to side, all that good stuff. Arms can go all the way up that much, down, out that far. It seems like there's some type of butterfly joint in there, so it looks like he might just be, maybe the gap between the shoulder and the actual torso itself. We can rotate at the bicep right there. We do get a single bend at the elbow right here, which is a little tough to do. It might be double, but because of the fabric and the, the armbands and things like that, it can only bend probably about that much, which is about 90, which isn't terrible. I did notice this wrist right here on the left side is fairly loose, and even if I've tried putting like other hands with the different wrist pegs, I don't know if I'm just not pushing it in enough, but it falls off pretty easily, way easier than I would like, so that's a little disappointing, man. But you can rotate as well as hinge at the wrist, which is really nice. You can get these arms up like so. And then see, this hand is just falling off again. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong again. I don't know if it's just losing there or I'm not pushing it in enough. I don't know. But there seems to be 3 sections here. You got the upper torso, mid torso, and then the lower groin area. There's a double ball peg going in down to the groin and then one going up. So you get lots of good motion in there. Does turn left and right, pivot side to side, goes back that much, all the way crunches forward that much. So that's actually really nice. The legs can go forward up that much. The legs is where we're going to have the most problem. The legs just don't do a whole lot. They go up and forward that much, back none at all. Splits only that much, not a whole lot. Rotation in upper thigh. We get a double jointed knee because of the fabric and the bulkiness of the stuff right there. It can only bend just past 90, so that's not terrible. It does feel we get rotation at the boot. We do get ankles that go up. They're on ball pegs that go up that far, down that much. We can rotate side to side, and a very good ankle rocker. Lots of good motion in those ankles there. So overall, I'm actually very, very happy with this. It does have its problems, like a lot of figures like this that have more fabric clothing. Things are gonna get bunched up, and articulation isn't ever gonna work perfect and things like that. But I do love it. I think he looks so cool. I am so happy to add this to the collection. I think he's gonna look great side by side with that Deadpool figure. I think he's awesome. Very well worth the price. He wasn't that expensive. So I think he just turned out awesome, man. Totally loving this piece. And in my opinion, he is definitely a must get.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a 6-inch G.I. Joe classified figure from Hasbro. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to a Hot Toys Deadpool figure. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the 1/6 scale Dead Game Snake Eyes. Now, overall, I think this is a really cool figure, and it's something very unique. Now, like I said, I'm not a big 1/6 scale collector, never really have been, so I'm very nitpicky about what I do pick up. But when I saw this, I instantly knew it needed to be in my collection. Snake Eyes with a Deadpool motif. I knew I wanted it so badly, and I'm really happy I did, because he's freaking rad, man. The material used here just looks really good. I love all the texturing and detail that we get there. The paint apps and the sculpt of everything else just looks awesome and beautiful. I guess my biggest complaint is going to be the articulation in some areas, especially in the legs. You know, I wish I could do a lot more. Then my right wrist hand keeps falling out of that peg. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Feel free to, give me suggestions. Might just use some sticky tack. But he looks so badass, especially next to that Hot Toys Deadpool. That's exactly why I bought him. But I'm so happy about this. I would love Hasbro to do a Red Dead game version in the 6-inch scale. I think that would look so awesome. But if you can't find him, and this is your jam, I think he's worth it. I think he's rad and would look awesome in any of your collections. So be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.